Welcome to another video where I'm going to be filming in my couch because I'm lazy. I don't want to edit. Anyway, welcome to a new video, and today we're going to be reviewing It. And holy crap, was this movie good. This movie was amazing. It just watching it, I thought, whoa, how did they do this? And before watching it, I was kind of unconscious that it was a scary movie. I walked in more as a fanboy than as a moviegoer that wants to watch a scary movie. But while watching the movie, it reminded me, like, crap, this is a scary movie, what the hell? And it's scary as hell. This movie is terrifying, and a lot of people say it isn't. Let me tell you, they're idiots, okay? This movie is just scary as hell. Probably one of the scariest scenes is when the kid goes into the room and then he tries not to look at like the picture next to him with the lady and the flute. Then it falls, then he picks it up, then he notices the lady with the flute is gone. And then he just turns around and it's there, and the lady drops the flute and starts chasing him. Like, holy crap, that scene was like, or when the chubby kid, he starts running through the library, and then it's the guy with no head, and then all of a sudden it turns to Pennywise, and then all of a sudden it's the old librarian, and then it all goes to normal again. And there's so many scary scenes, I can tell you. I would take like a 20-minute video telling me how scary this movie is. Now let's talk about what I loved about this movie. What I loved about this movie is that it's not just scary, it's hilarious. It's one of the funniest movies I've seen in my life, and it's a horror movie. And a lot of people are judging it because of that, and I just think it's genius. I think it's a masterpiece. Because most horror films just focus on being scary, and that's what people like. And I mean, I get it. It is a horror movie, but it needs to have other parts to the movie that is not just scary. It needs to have other elements, and this one does it. This one is funny, it's heartwarming, it's sometimes even a romantic movie, and it still is a horror movie. Just one of the best movies I've seen in my life, just in general. Not just horror or comedy. I know it's not a comedy, but I will consider it inside of my heart. No, it's not a comedy. But just the different elements this movie has. And what I also love about this movie is the cast. The cast is freaking amazing. I think a lot of fans of the books are getting mad because people are saying Richie is the best part of the movie. And if you are an It fan, if you love the book too, you're gonna get mad at me too, because I think that Richie is the best goddamn part of this movie, other than Pennywise, of course. And don't get me wrong, I am reading the book, I'm like 200 pages in, but just Richie is out loud hilarious. He's like, if the script tells him to be funny, he's funny. He's the most hilarious guy in the movie. But the part where he shows fear and confidence, and where he's fighting with Bill after getting out of Nibble House, scene is amazing. He just Finwolf, I call him that. He is incredible. Now let's talk about Bill. Bill is amazing too. I loved him, and I love the fact that he like stutters, and when he's saying that speech before entering Nibble House, talking about Georgie, where he doesn't stutter one single time and shows his confidence in going to the house. It was amazing. And Eddie, with Jack the Grazer, Eddie was also amazing. He had his golden parts too, with his overprotective mother, just amazing. And Sophia Lillis as Beverly, she was great. She didn't go into my heart a lot so deeply like Richie and Eddie and Bill did, but I think she was great. I think she was an a great part of this movie. The actor that played Mike, I mean, it's Mike. I forgot his name, I'm sorry. I can't really judge him a lot. He wasn't in the movie a lot. Like, not every kid in this movie gets the same amount of focus as the other characters. But from what I saw, he was great. Everything in this movie was great. And finally, let's talk about Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Hell of a clown. You just see Tim Curry's performance and I'm like, holy crap, this guy's good. The pressure Bill Skarsgård has on making Pennywise again. But you walk out of the movie saying, I think this Pennywise is better than Tim Curry's. Just more terrifying. And it just, from what I've read in the book, it's more loyal to the book. And it's just Bill Skarsgård does an amazing job. And I've heard rumors about him being the new Joker in the stupid Joker standalone film DC is making. And honestly, I'm on board. And just the final scene has to be my favorite scene in the whole goddamn movie. Where they need to go save Beverly. And the chubby kid, the new kid from the block, kisses Beverly to wake her up. And everybody's like, oh no. But then it works. And then after that, when Pennywise grabs Bill, and Richie has the speech of, you punched me in the face. You made me walk through disgusting water. Now, I have to kill this fucking clown. That gave me goosebumps. It was amazing. I can go on with a 1 hour long video of how this is one of my favorite movies of all time. But I'm gonna keep it just under 10 minutes. What else is there to talk about? Just everything in this movie. The scenery is amazing. Just, you can't tell. I had only one problem with the movie, and it was only one scene where it looked cheesy. It looked like the CGI, if it was CGI, it wasn't all that great, but it was one. And it still terrified the crap out of me. It was when Pennywise bites Georgie's arm off. It looked meh, like in Vision. Like, you see it and like, ugh, like, it was a little cheesy. It wasn't the best scene in the film, but it still scared me. So, what's there to blame now? But yeah, I loved how the movie ends and it says it, and on top of the words of it says Chapter 1. We all knew there was going to be a sequel, but they didn't really show that in the movie. They didn't show that there was going to be a second time. Only when the Losers Club hold each other's hands and say, if it comes again, we will come again too. And that's the only thing. But with the It title and the Chapter 1 words on top of it, I was like, holy crap, I am so hyped and I can't wait 2 years. But it's gonna have to be 2 years. And yeah, that's it. That's a summary of what I loved about it. The cast, Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, the scenery, and how the humor balances out the scary in a perfect way, and how it redefines the horror genre. That's a pretty brief summary of what I loved about Stephen King's It. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, have a horrible day, Troners.